Hi everyone, let's unbox a full case of the MianMian Strange World Adventure BJD blind box series. I got this box as a gift from Kika Goods. I'll unbox all 4 of these blind box dolls and give you my expert opinion as a professional doll designer. These are listed under the brand Doll or UF Doll. I already reviewed some of the other UF Doll BJDs and liked their quality, so I'm hoping these will be just as good. There are 4 designs plus a 5th hidden one. The chase is Cuckoo, the brown one in the middle with horns. Let's open the first one. The paper zipper pull broke when I tried to open it, so I had to dig out the little string that's inside to unzip the top of the box. Other than that, it was really easy to open. Every doll came with this card, which is in Chinese, but it has basic information about attaching the face, stringing the doll, and some info about UF Doll. There's a plastic collector card. It's like a video game style character screen. This is Momo the prince. All his clothes and accessories are packed out on top of the doll, so let's take a look first. There's a little sword. These are his eyes, which you need to insert with those putty strips. These look like his ears. And I'm sure this is a tail. Now let's unbox the doll itself. Take off the plastic covering his head. To remove the plastic covering his face, you'll have to take off his hair pieces. It splits apart in 2 halves. Here's where I found out the back hairpiece attaches magnetically to the head. However, in this doll, the magnets actually detached from the hair. It looks like there wasn't enough glue or the glue somehow broke apart, so the magnets are stuck to the back of the head instead of in the hair. This is a good reminder that BJD dolls are not meant for young children who can accidentally swallow the magnets and other small parts. On KikaGoods.com, these dolls are age graded as 15+. Also keep your dolls away from pets who can swallow these parts. Now let's review the doll. I haven't attached the eyes yet. It comes with some sticky putty for you to use, and I'll show you how to do that a little later in this video. This doll has a really big head, but it has really great articulation and the head is easily posable. That's because there's this silicone piece in between the neck and the head that helps the head stay in different positions. It also makes posing the head feel much more smooth. There's a really cute lace-up boot design on the legs, and the arms have some articulation. It doesn't have as many points of articulation as other BJD dolls, but you can bend the elbow and move the arm up and down. Because there's only 2 points of articulation in the arms, it limits the poses that you can do, but the little paw hands are really cute. Now let's check the legs. You can put the legs in a splayed sitting position, but because the huge head makes it so top heavy, he doesn't stay up when you try to sit him on a flat surface. You'll need something behind the doll to keep him upright if you want him to sit down. You can bend his knee so that he kicks one leg up behind him, or you can try to put him in a kneeling pose. He can actually balance if you try to sit him on his knees. Now let's see if he can stand on his own. Unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get the doll to balance on his own, so you'll need a doll stand. The faceplate and back of the skull also attach magnetically, which makes it easy to assemble. I already used some super glue to reattach the hair magnets onto the back of the hairpiece. So now the hair snaps on easily. Now let's attach the eyes. I usually don't use the putty that comes with these dolls because they leave behind some residue when you try to remove it. I have a different brand that I've been using for years. It's sticky yet doesn't leave behind any residue when you try to take it out. You can find it in my affiliate link below. It's easier to position the eyes if you remove the face. To do that, you need to twist the S-hook so that it unlocks and comes out of the neck hole. Add a small log of putty underneath both eyes. Don't make it too close to the eye opening. I made this DIY tool by attaching some putty to the blunt end of a toothpick. Gently attach your eye to this and use it to position the eye chip inside of the face. Now let's do the other eye. Let's open his outfit and get Prince Momo dressed. He has a white shirt with an attached cape. There's really nice details like the fringe and yellow roses. He comes with some pants, and this is a belt that goes around his shirt. It's much easier to dress these big head dolls when the heads are removed. The shirt has a full Velcro closure in the back, which makes it easy to take on and off. The back of the pants has a hole in it for the tail to stick through. You have to thread the ribbon through the belt buckle. I wish there were belt loops on the shirt to help keep it in place because it tends to ride up on his armpits. Now let's attach the head. You'll probably need to use some pliers to grip the S-hook and twist it so it locks back into place. You can see how I do it in this video. Now attach the skull and the hair pieces. Let's attach the tail. It was a little difficult to get the tail through the hole in his pants and line it up with the hole in the back of his body. It kept falling off, and once I finally got the tail on, I realized that there was no opening in the back of the shirt to allow the tail to stick out. The Velcro in the shirt prevents it from going all the way down. I think I'll just end up removing the tail because you can't see it from the front of the doll anyways. Now let's attach his ears. One ear is folded down like a puppy dog, and I think that's so cute. Here's Prince Momo all put together. He is so adorable. It's kind of hard to see in this video, but his hair has a gold iridescent effect sprayed all over it. I think it looks really beautiful and princely, don't you think? Again, I kind of wish his belt had some loops that attach it to the shirt. And I didn't show you this before, but his feet have little blue paws on them too. So adorable. Again, I think I'm gonna end up removing the tail just because it gets covered by the cape anyways. I really wanted to get these dolls to stand up so I can display them on my shelf, so I modified these small doll stands to fit. Normally the doll's legs would go through the top of the stand, but because this doll is very chubby and thick, I reversed the pole so the leg supports are facing the opposite way. Then I threaded some string through the top of the doll stand and used that to tie Prince Momo to it. I also had to use some sticky putty at the bottom of his feet to help keep him attached. Now let's give him his sword. I used some putty on the handle to attach it to his hand. Here's our first doll that we opened in this series, Prince Momo. He looks pretty grand with his sword. Now let's move on to the next doll. So the zipper pull broke again, and I have a feeling this is going to be a common occurrence, but let's just go ahead and open the box. This time we got adventurer MianMian. He comes with a little sailor outfit, which kind of reminds me of Sailor Moon. This looks like the same sword that came with Prince Momo. His tail and ears are flocked and have a fuzzy texture. He comes with yellow eyes. Now let's unbox the doll. The magnets did not come out of the hairpiece this time, so that's a good sign. MianMian here actually has a different face sculpt. If you notice, his eyes are thinner and he has a much smaller nose. His paws and feet have a gray gradient sprayed over them and pink pads. He's very cat-like so far, I think. I'm attaching his eyes now. Let's check out his outfit. I think his shirt really reminds me of Sailor Moon, especially with the big red bow. His shorts have a hole in the back for his tail and little yellow hearts on the front. And this looks like a little choker necklace. The shirt has a hook clasp on the back that you need to undo. Let's put on his shirt. I think this hook is unnecessary, but it probably helps to keep his collar down. To put on his collar necklace, it's best to thread the ribbon through the buckle first, then put it over the doll's neck. One interesting thing about this doll is there's 3 different notches inside of his head that you can place the S-hook in. These allow him to look up and down very well. The top notch closest to his face allows him to bend his neck and look farther up, and the bottom notch allows him to look further down. Unless you're doing some crazy dynamic poses where he's looking really far up or really far down, you probably want to stick with the middle position. I tried to put the back of his skull on and off, and the top magnet detached, so I had to use some Gorilla Glue super glue to attach it again. This is a really strong glue and you only need a teeny tiny dot for it to work. Now I can attach his hair and ears. His hairstyle seems the same as Prince Momo. The only difference is he has a little top knot with a bow instead of a crown. Maybe he is the prince's little brother. You can see the white to gray gradient on his fuzzy hair. The oversized bow on his outfit looks adorable, but I wish the paw print was a different color that matches his outfit better. I have to show you his little feet pawsies again because I think they're so cute. Let's try to put on his tail. Once again, after I attached his tail, I had problems figuring out what to do with his shirt because it doesn't quite fit underneath his tail, so I'm just going to remove it. Anyways, doesn't MianMian look so cute? I put him on another doll stand, added his sword, and he actually looks pretty heroic. Now let's unbox our third doll. We got Holy Priest Kiki. The Chinese words above her name say 修女, which means nun, like from a Catholic church. She comes with a black and white nun outfit, transparent purple ears, a short dagger, and red eyes. The magnets in her hair stayed attached this time. She has really unique stripes and beauty marks on her face, a gray gradient on her paws and feet. There's some purple lace details on the sides of her legs. Let's attach the eyes and review the outfit. She has a nun's hood with holes for her ears to go through. The dress comes in 2 pieces and there's 2 ribbons which you need to thread through the holes. 2 cuffs that go on her arms. It's easier if you thread the ribbons through the holes before putting the dress on the doll. Make sure the gaps and ribbons are even on both sides. Finally, you need to close the clasp around the neck. I tied the ribbons on both sides of her dress. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the sexy nun outfit for her because this is supposed to be a baby or chibi style doll body and she's not wearing any underwear, but I would totally love this outfit on a more realistic and adult proportioned doll. You need to attach the hood and ears at the same time. Line up the holes in the hood where the ears are supposed to go. Then tie the ribbon at the base of her head. I actually think Kiki has the cutest face out of all the dolls in this series. I might be biased because purple is my favorite color. I don't like this nun's hood because it covers up her beautiful translucent hair, which has a gradient and purple iridescent sparkle. Like, why would you have this beautiful hair but then completely cover it up with a hood? Her cuffs also tend to slide up her arms. Here she is with her little dagger. Right now I have her propped against a clear acrylic riser to help her stand up. Okay, here's the last doll. It's the Princess Mimi. She has a fancy all-white outfit. She also has flocked fuzzy ears. Her accessory is this little bone with a bow on it, so I think she's supposed to be a dog. Here's her fuzzy flocked tail. And she comes with this tiara, which I think is magnetic. Here's her blue eyes. Now let's unbox her. She has a very cute and innocent face deco with lots of white highlights, pink bows on her legs, and pink paws. Here's how her blue eyes look. Let's get to her outfit. She has a big white bonnet with fuzzy earmuffs on the sides, a lacy white tube dress with a center heart detail and yellow roses at the waist. She also has a choker necklace. Her dress was by far the easiest to put on, just open and close the Velcro. I love the giant bow detail at the back. They kind of look like angel wings when seen from the front. It's easier to put on the collar necklace if you thread the ribbon through the buckle first and then put it over the doll's neck. Okay, let's try to attach this bonnet. How do I get these earmuffs to lay flat on the sides, and does this bow go in the front or the back? From looking at product photos online, I figured out that the ruffles are in the front and the bow is in the back. The tiara is really easy. There's a magnet inside, so just place it on the head, like that. Here's Princess Mimi. She and Prince Momo definitely have the fanciest looks out of the series. If you have more than one of these dolls, you can actually change their hair and faces with each other. I'm demonstrating it now with Kiki and MianMian. I actually think they look better with these swapped faces. What do you guys think? Here's all of my Strange World Adventure BJD dolls together. Even though these dolls have less articulation, their quality is just as good as the other UF dolls that I unboxed. If you want your own doll, you can use my exclusive promo code for 10% off your purchase at gigagoods.com. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm going to be customizing all of these dolls. I'll give them new eyes, makeup, and maybe even hair. If you enjoyed my honest BJD review and want to see more BJD videos, hit the like button. Thanks for watching and see you next time!